Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for SBB Live. My name is Amanda Barton. I am your host and the publisher of Seniors Blue Book, and today we are joined with Suzy and Margaret, who are with a company called Hawley-Holt Senior Advisors. And today we're doing something a little different. We're going to have a skit where Margaret is going to play a senior that is looking for senior living options, and Suzy is actually going to play herself. So I hope you enjoyed today's skit.
Hi, Mary. I'm so glad you called us. I think that we really are going to be able to help you. Margaret Holt, my partner, and I have done a great deal of research. We've visited all the communities in Collier and Lee County, and we have a very large database with information. And we would like to match that with your needs and desires. This is a free service.
Oh, okay. You want me to tell you my story,
Please
right?
do, yes.
Okay. Well, my husband was on a ladder. You got the picture already?
No.
And changing a light bulb, and he fell and broke his hip. He's currently in the hospital. He's had a hip replacement, and it looks like it's going to go fine. But the doctor said to him, you really can't go home now. You need to go to rehab. And my husband is very unhappy about this. All right?
I can understand.
So I'm 75 and he's 81, and we're basically both in pretty good health once he gets his hip recovered. But we had a conversation while he was in the hospital, and we both agreed that we're sick and tired of taking care of this house. If I never cook another meal, I'll be happy. And if I never do massive big cleaning, I'll be happy. He'll also be happy if he doesn't fix one more thing in this house or do anything in the yard. So I started looking at senior communities, and there must be 100 of them here in Southwest Florida. There's shiny new ones, there's the old respected ones. I'm overwhelmed. So this friend of mine said, why don't you call Hawley-Holt, and here we are.
Well, many thanks to your friend. Now, I have a few questions for you before we get started, okay?
Okay.
And think about the various kinds of places. First of all, do you have family in Southwest Florida?
No, I don't. I have a son in New York City, but that's it.
Okay, and has he been involved in your decision making?
Yes, he has. He's real busy, but he's been involved, and he wants to be involved.
Okay, well, experience has shown us that it's very important for you to keep your family involved all the way through.
I would agree.
Do you want to stay in Southwest Florida for the rest of your lives?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me this, when we start looking at places, are you interested in a one-bedroom, a two-bedroom, or even a villa?
Well, we've been in a house, so I'd say at least a two-bedroom.
Okay. There's so many choices. As you pointed out here, there are really 100 facilities in Southwest Florida, and more coming on every day. But let's start talking about the CCRCs, which are continuing care retirement communities. Now, those are really quite wonderful. The best part is that they take care of you for your life. They have a substantial down payment. You have to pass a physical and a mental assessment in order to get in, and then you pay a monthly fee. Now, in all the places I'm going to talk about, there is a fee for the second person, which sometimes people don't realize until they're getting ready to sign the paper.
Oh, that's good.
There are also many wonderful rental communities. And with the rental communities, you pay a one-time community fee, which is non-reimbursable. And you also pay a monthly fee. But you can get some of the same kind of care in these communities as you do in the CCRC, except not many of them actually do have skilled nursing. But you can get independent, and as you decline, you can go into assisted living. And if you have a memory issue, cognitive issue, you can have memory care.
Well, then you could get home health care or something if you needed that, couldn't you, in a rental?
Yes, you could. You could do that. But the rental places do have health care also once you get into assisted living.
If you're in skilled nursing, if you need to go in skilled nursing.
Yes. Okay. So we've talked a little bit about those. And do you think that you know which ones now that you're interested in? Which kind?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, we don't really ask you for your financial statement, but we want to make sure that when you talk with your husband, you two can figure out what is an appropriate price for you to be paying, because we don't want to we don't want to waste your time or the community's time by going to a place that's not the right kind of place for
Right.
you. Okay?
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Okay, great.
Now I'll call you back on it.
That's perfect. Now, how about your location? Do you want to stay close to where you live now?
Well, my husband would move next door. That'd make him happy, but I'm a little more adventurous. I'd like to look around a little bit.
Okay, there are lots of places. I'm sure we can find something for you. What about pets? Do you have a dog, a cat?
No, but we're thinking about going to the shelter and getting a little dog.
Oh, that's good. And when you said little, that's good too, because most of these places say that the dog has to be under 40 pounds.
Okay, don't worry about that.
Are you and your husband still driving?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is transportation at all of these communities, just so you know.
I would be just happy to people to drive me at night, you know.
Okay, okay. And how about meals? Have you been enjoying meals with your friends and family?
We eat out all the time.
Okay. Well, you'd be eating out all the time here
Yeah.
too. And these people are very proud of their chefs and very proud of their meals. It's a big, big part of all the programs.
Now, could we sample some meals
I
at
think
some of these places?
That would be a terrific idea. We really try to take everyone for a meal.
Okay,
That would be good.
Great.
That would be good.
Are there resources available in regard to cost that help people pay for some of this?
There are some resources available. You'd use Medicare the same way you do now for your doctor's visits and other things. There is Medicaid, but it's for seniors with very limited resources, very difficult to get, and only a few places in the area provide Medicaid waivers. There's also something called Veterans Aid Attendance, and that means that someone in the family has to have been in the military. Do you have long-term health care?
No.
Okay, many of these places accept long-term health care. But there is something new out there, many hybrid alternatives for long-term health care. It's private pay, but you know, it's something that you might want to look into as you go forward.
Thanks.
And there's another something that's fairly new, and that is something that's called life care funding. And what they do is, if you have a life insurance policy, you can convert that into a steady stream of revenue as you get older to help pay for your needs. And finally, there are reverse mortgages.
Okay.
Now, do you have any questions?
Not right now.
Okay.
No.
We didn't mention this before, or I didn't mention this before, but we do have a large network of partners that are wonderful resources. They can help you with legal issues, they can help you with insurance, financial issues, they can help you with selling your home, they can help you move and pack and set up at the new place.
Part, yeah.
Right. And we've just got lots and lots of partners that you can use.
Okay.
And I think that this will be really, we'd make it as easy as we possibly could for you.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Thanks, Suzy. I feel better already.
Oh, good.
Let me talk to my husband, and I'll get right back to you.
Okay, that sounds great.
All
Thanks. Okay, this is a break because now Margaret and I are going to be ourselves.
We are ourselves.
Okay, now if this had been a real meeting, we would have actually had a lot more give and take, a lot more conversation, because it's very important for us to know exactly what the people need and what they want. And sometimes they don't really know that until we've talked with them for some time. Then we would probably be there at least an hour. Then we go back to our database and we look up the various places that we think might meet their needs and make sure that these places have a place that's available, fit the financial needs, and fit their other needs as well. After we do that, we talk with the folks, get back to them, and let them know what we found, see what they're interested in, if they like all these places. And if they do, we go ahead and set up tours for them. And then we do a debrief after that.
The decision-making process can be quick. For somebody in a critical situation, such as someone being released from the hospital or rehab, and the physicians advise that this person should not go home alone. So that can happen quickly. On the other hand, for somebody like Mary in our example, who's not really critical, and both of them are in pretty good health, that can be a more leisurely process. But it's never too early to start looking for senior living communities, because if you wait, you're going to severely limit your choices.
Why senior living, you ask? Because if you're in a senior living community, you have the peace of mind knowing that someone will be there to help you with your various needs, help you all the time. They have all sorts of wonderful things. We didn't talk about the fun that you have at senior living communities. They have theaters, they have excursions. We talked about the great meals. Some have bocce ball courts, some have even tennis courts, three-car golf courses. There are all sorts of wonderful things. They have craft rooms, they have card playing. They just have so many wonderful things, and it is fun.
Amanda, thank you so much for allowing us to do this little skit. We thought it would be a better way maybe to explain what we do. Seniors Blue Book is an invaluable resource for seniors, and it's available free in very many places, particularly in hospitals, in pharmacies, in your doctor's office. Thank you.